The troubles affecting the world's financial markets are having a knock-on effect on just about every business sector on the planet. However, the good news is that telecoms is suffering much less now than it did when it experienced its own recession at the turn of the decade. Telecom TV's editor-in-chief Martin Warwick brings us this exclusive report.
Behind me across the River Thames is the square mile of the City of London, one of the epicentres of the financial earthquake that has rocked the world on its economic foundations. I'm here at Ernst & Young, the consulting company, to talk with Rhys Phillip, who is the leader of the telecommunications transaction practice here, about the impact the crisis will have on the industry. Do you think the telecom sector is better set to weather the financial storm and the downturn than other industries are?
I think that the industry is well placed. I think it's going to depend where in the industry you are. There are opportunities. The people with cash are going to have more choice than others, clearly, and I think people are going to have to be courageous about making bets. But I think there is a situation right now where the stronger players with a strong sense of strategic purpose can actually set themselves up well, use opportunities today that will stand them in good stead in a year or two or five. But I think you've got to be absolutely clear what you're doing, the strategic imperative for doing it, and then it's all about the investor relations story.
I also spoke to a leading telecoms analyst and a former hedge fund manager, both of whom are remarkably upbeat about the prospect of the telecoms industry doing really quite well during the economic downturn.
I think the telcos potentially need to get more involved in what's going on in the capital markets, in the sense that there are going to be opportunities out there, for example, stranded venture-backed companies with strong software development and platform development skills. We've seen recently Sequoia, for example, the VCs, gathering their portfolio companies together and saying, look, there's a nuclear winter coming, funding situation is going to be uncertain. I think there's going to be tremendous opportunity for telcos to bring in a lot of talent that they don't have if they're open to that.
As a telecoms analyst, it was fantastic during the boom in the early part of this decade. After that, we turned into undertakers for a good 4 or 5 years. Now, again, people want to talk to us, and I feel sorry for my colleagues who look after mining stocks or banking stocks.
During the good times, telcos, a lot of their marketing messages were very aspirational, or maybe slightly frivolous. Are you a dolphin or a raccoon? Not to get too personal about it, but now I think to be in step with the times for the next 2-3 years, however long this lasts, they really need to play to their strengths and pitch themselves for what they are, what they could be, which is good value for money, cheap entertainment, unrivaled access to information and opportunity.